blue marble phenomenon affecting people all over the world, in every country, in every part of the world.
Illusion will be created so vast, so large that it escapes their perception. Those who see it will be thought of as insane.
Now, I don't want to fool you here. A blue marble, a single snapshot of the Earth taken from outer space.
An old reel received by mistake. It contains the raw or unedited footage of the crew of Apollo 11, Michael Collins, Edwin Aldrin Jr. and Neil Armstrong, staging part of their mission for nearly an hour in living color, with exceptionally clear behind-the-scenes audio of conversations discussing the techniques used to achieve a disingenuous picture depicting the Earth at a distance, in order to falsely demonstrate their far journey from it. Again, the illusion they are attempting to create is the Earth at a distance, to demonstrate their far journey from it, and their ability to survive passing through the Van Allen radiation belts. Understand, too, that only about 20 seconds of this raw footage was ever broadcast to the public, and these conversations discussing their deception were believed to be private, until now. Here they discuss that these television transmissions were in fact not broadcast live as everyone believed. They were first screened and edited for playback later.
Roger, Neil. We just wanted a narrative such that we can, when we get to playback, we can sort of correlate what we were seeing. Thank you very much.
Here they discuss the fact that they have turned out the lights and have blocked out sunlight from entering the spacecraft through the other windows, as to not cause any reflected light to fall onto the spacecraft's wall in the foreground.
Okay, very good. Well, we shut out the sun coming in some of the other windows into the spacecraft, so it's looking through the number one window, and there isn't any reflected light.
The reason this was done is so that the truth of the matter would not be revealed. It is this. Though the federal government would have you believe that this is a view of Earth from a distance out of the spacecraft's window as it nears the moon, it is not. What they have ingeniously done is placed the camera at the back of the spacecraft and centered the lens on a circular window in the foreground, outside of which it is completely filled with the Earth in low orbit. The circumference of the window then appears to be the diameter of the Earth at a distance, with the darkened walls of the spacecraft appearing to be the blackness of space around it. That is why they wanted the interior dark and blocked out the sun from entering through the other windows. Here you can see the extruded window, probably 2 inches thick at the bottom. This is because the Earth's shine is coming in at a downward angle. It also causes the Earth to appear to be an irregularly shaped circle, for you are seeing the outside of the window at the bottom and the inside of the window at the top, which together form 2 different sized halves of a circle. Subsequently, this take was never used. As they perfected the shot, a crescent-shaped piece of black material was inset slightly into the window to create the illusion of the Earth's terminator line dividing night and day. It is uncannily convincing. Here, during another segment, also intended to air after review, Neil Armstrong falsely explains to the viewers how the shot is attained by putting the camera's lens to the window's glass, as it would have to be if they were the claimed distance away from the Earth.
We only have one window that has a view of the Earth, and it's filled up with the TV camera.
If the window was completely filled up with a TV camera, as he stated, then an astronaut's arm would not be able to get between the camera and the window, as it obviously does here in this outtake.
South America becomes invisible just beyond the Terminator or inside the shadow.
You can also notice how the astronaut operating the camera reacted to the mistake by attempting to pan away from it.
Blue cast. See white bands of major cloud formations across the Earth. And
This is a segment that they believed wasn't even being recorded, much less suitable for broadcast, for the lens was being zoomed out and the scene was being changed to that of an interior of the astronauts at work, and apparently the stop button popped back up on the recorder without notice. Here is the diffused work light that they used to see camera controls, but not throw light onto the spacecraft's wall. Here they remove part of the crescent insert. Finally, the iris is opened up and you can see the real location of the camera and the very bright and near Earth out the window. Here is the slate for the 19th of July, and the same shot of trickery on the 19th of July, and then the 20th, and the same misleading shot on the 20th. Later that evening, they were said to be walking on the moon. How can this be when they were in Earth orbit only 9 hours earlier, and the moon is some 3 days' journey away? Furthermore, if they genuinely went to the moon, why would they be faking any part of it? Why this trickery with the window? By faking being halfway to the moon, it becomes apparent that they did so because they could not even go halfway.
The real reason behind the Apollo missions was to have an event so they could go high enough to get a picture of the entire Earth from space, even if they had to fake it, which they obviously did.
There she is, the blue marble in all her glory, the most widely used image of the Earth. This image has been used over and over and over again for decades. In my opinion, it's one of the most realistic looking images of the Earth from space. Now, NASA claims they don't have very many authentic photos from space, but they claim this one is authentic. They say the photograph was taken by astronauts on December 7th, 1972 at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is one of the most widely distributed photographic images in existence. The image is one of the few to show an almost fully illuminated Earth disk. Earth disk? That's an interesting choice of words. Okay. And the astronauts had the sun behind them when they took the image. To the astronauts, the slightly gibbous Earth had the appearance and size of a glass marble, hence the name. Well, since they gave us the exact date and exact time they supposedly took this picture in space, I decided to go to timeanddate.com and then use the day and night world map feature. Now, this website is really cool. It'll actually show you which countries and continents are in daylight and which countries and continents are at nighttime at any given time that you type in. So I typed in that exact date and that exact time, December 7th, 5:40 in the morning, and this will show you which areas are supposed to be in night and which areas are supposed to be in day. It's pretty easy to read. Now, when we look at the blue marble, we can see that Africa is lit up. We can see the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia and Yemen, is lit up. We can see Madagascar. We can see a little of Antarctica. But other than that, we don't see a whole lot of land masses lit up. So that would mean all the other land masses would have to be on the other side of the Earth in darkness. However, when we go to timeanddate.com and we type in December 7th, 1972, 5:40 a.m. in the morning, Africa is indeed lit up as shown on the blue marble. However, South America should also be in daylight. Europe should also be in daylight. An entire chunk of Russia should be in daylight, and the western end of Australia should also be in daylight. Yet none of these places are featured on the blue marble. So therefore on the blue marble they would be on the other side in darkness. As the astronauts said, they took the picture with the sun behind them. So this is a major flaw, a major glaring hole in the blue marble. And literally anyone within a few minutes can take the time and convert Eastern Standard Time to other world times and find out all these places should be in daylight, such as Rio de Janeiro, 6:39 a.m. should be in daylight. Helsinki, Finland, 12:39 should be in daylight. Moscow, Russia, 1:39 should be in daylight. Perth, Australia, 5:39 p.m. should still be daylight. I think this more than proves, folks, that this photo is not a correct representation of Earth. It is just as fake as all of the other admittedly faked Photoshop composites. However, this one NASA claims is a real, authentic photo of Earth.
Blue marble phenomenon affecting people all over the world, in every country, in every part of the world.
Illusion will be created so vast, so large that it escapes their perception. Those who see it will be thought of as insane.
Everyone is taught these lies when they go to school, but I won't go back to the ball. Everyone is taught these lies when they go to school, but I won't go back to the ball. Everyone is taught these lies when they go to school, but I won't go back to the ball.
Now, I don't want to fool you here. A blue marble, a single snapshot of the Earth taken from outer space.
You have probably seen this image, other known as the blue marble, hundreds, if not thousands of times. It was taken almost 50 years ago, during the Apollo 17 mission, yet it is the only picture of the whole round Earth that was snapped by a human being. In order to see Earth as a globe, you have to be at least 32,000 kilometers away from it, and only 24 humans have ever gone that far into outer space. They were the crews of 9 Apollo missions between 1968 and 1972. But only 3 astronauts saw Earth. But only 3 astronauts saw Earth. But only 3 astronauts saw Earth. Since you have to be in a perfect position between Earth and the Sun, other men saw our planet partly in shadow.
Blue marble phenomenon affecting people all over the world, in every country, in every part of the world. Blue marble refers to the iconic image of the Earth in the first photograph of the whole complete Earth, cloudless, taken in the Apollo mission in 1972.
I believe that what this country set out to do was something that was going to be done sooner or later, whether we set a specific goal or not. I believe that from the early space flights, we demonstrated a potential to carry out this type of a mission. And again, it was a question of time until this would be accomplished.
So look me in the eyes, tell me what you see. Perfect paradise, tearing at the seams. I wish I could escape, I don't wanna fake it. Wish I could erase it, make you hard believe, but I'm a bad liar.
Everybody looking at me.
That was immediately dubbed the Blue Marble Shot, showing the Earth without borders, without boundaries, all of humanity home on that one planet, the Blue Marble.
Illusion will be created so vast, so large that it escapes their perception. Those who see it will be thought of as insane.
If I could turn the page in time, then I'd rearrange just to get you closer, closer, closer. But I couldn't find a way, so I'll settle for one day to believe in you. Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Tell me lies. Oh no, no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Though I'm not making plans, I hope that you understand there's a reason why. Close your eyes. No more Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Tell me lies. Oh no, no, you can't disguise. You can't disguise. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Blue marble phenomenon affecting people all over the world, in every country, in every part of the world.
Everyone is taught these lies when they go to school, but I won't go back to the ball. Everyone is taught these lies when they go to school, but I won't go back to the ball. Everyone is taught these lies when they go to school, but I won't go back to the ball.
So much has changed in the decades. But one thing hasn't changed. Our planet is as beautiful as ever. It still looks blue.
And if after seeing this iconic round picture, you still think that
Blue marble phenomenon affecting people all over the world, in every country, in every part of the world.